What's up? It's a new day, it's a new workout. Today we're gonna do a mini circuit. Mini circuits work like this. They are 6 stations. We're gonna do all 6 stations twice. Each station is 1 minute, so that means the entire set or one set is 12 minutes. You'll get a 1-minute rest, and then we'll do that all over again with new stations. So it's 6 stations, 1 minute on each station. We're gonna do all 6 twice with a 1-minute rest, and we're gonna do 2 sets of that. So this should work out to be about a 25 to 30-minute workout. So let's go through the first board on the exercises and see how we're doing. You're gonna need a mini band today and a Swiss ball. So if you don't have a mini band, this workout might not be for you. We can do these exercises without the mini band, but it's up to you. You can decide. But I highly recommend, if you don't have a mini band yet, they're just a couple bucks. Buy one of those. They're super fun and they make these exercises a lot harder. So let's go through these exercises. You have a banded air squat, a banded quarter squat with a side step, and then you have a banded quarter squat with a pulse and the knees out. So what that means is air squat, just the band is gonna go right above the knees. The band's gonna be above the knees for this whole workout, by the way. So the band above the knees, just doing a squat. That banded quarter squat with a side step is in a quarter squat position, you're stepping to the side twice, stepping to the other side twice. That's 1 rep. You're gonna do that for 6 rounds. Then you have the banded quarter squat with the pulse knees out. You're in that quarter squat position, and all you're doing is you're kind of pushing your knees out in a pulsing manner. So you're gonna do that for the rest of that time. Then you have the banded hip lift, so on your back, knees bent, band around your knees again, push your knees up off the ground. Banded clamshell on your side in that side plank position, pushing your knees apart. Think like the thigh master. Banded bridge with the pulse knees out. Again, you're in that bridge position, so on your back, knees bent. You're gonna push your hips off the ground, keep your hips up, and you're just gonna be pushing your knees apart, keeping that band tight the whole time. Those burn the buns. They're good for you. You can do that for the rest of the time. Then you got that banded bridge again, but you're gonna do a march this time. So you're gonna march those knees up, keep those knees bent, and they only have to come up a few inches. So on your back, knees bent, hips off the ground, that's the bridge position. Keep that band tight, and then you're gonna march those knees, alternate those. You're gonna do 20 of those, and then you're gonna do a banded fire hydrant. So, you're gonna be on all fours, on your knees, that band's still around your knees, or above your knees, I should say, and then you're gonna do it kind of like the dog peeing on the fire hydrant. All you have to do is lift that knee up a little bit off the ground. You're gonna do 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and you're gonna do that for the rest of the time. Then you're gonna ditch the band, and then we're gonna come over here. Then you're on all fours, just like my little figure there, and you're gonna do a glute blaster, doing a little donkey kick, 10 on each side for those. Then you're gonna hold a camel pose for the rest of the time. A camel pose is on your knees, hips straight, just leaning back on those heels. Try to open up your hips, look back at the sky or the ceiling. You're gonna hold that for the rest of the time. Then you got a leg press. Remember, leg press, you're laying on your back, one leg on the ground, other leg up in the air, and you're gonna push your hips off the ground. You're gonna do 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. Then you got the single arm, single leg deadlifts, 2 on each side, doing that for the rest of the time. And then some standard stuff, single leg sit-ups, 10 of those, alternate sides, full sit-ups, 10 of those. And then what we're gonna do is the first round, we're gonna skip the plank. The first round after your full sit-ups, you're gonna put that band on because it takes a little time to slip that band on, so that way we're ready to do that. The second time around, you're just gonna hold a plank for the rest of the time. All right, got that? Let's do it. 1-minute stations. Let's get started. Get that band up around your knees. And you're doing those banded air squats. Get your butt down. If you have a target, a ball or something like that you can squat down, touch your butt on, go ahead and use that. Sometimes that helps to use it as a target. But if you don't have a ball, make sure you're getting your butt down below your knees every single time. 15 of those. And then you're in that banded quarter squat position. Just remember, quarter squat, squatting down a quarter of a way, and then you're doing a side step, stepping 2 one way, 2 the other. You're gonna do 6 of those total. Remember, 2 one way, 2 the other, that's 1 rep. And that's probably gonna take most of the time, but if you happen to get done with those side steps, then you're in that banded quarter squat position, pushing those knees out. All you're doing is kind of keeping that quarter squat position, pulsing those knees out to the side, doing that for the rest of the time. Nice work on your back, knees bent, doing those banded hip lifts. I know there's a ton of banded stuff today, that's okay. Knees bent, push your hips off the ground, bring the hips back down to the ground. 15 of those. The key with these hip lifts with the band is keeping that band tight. Don't let that band go slack on you. When you get 15 of those banded hip lifts, you have 5 banded clamshells. Again, a clamshell, you're in that modified plank position. So your knees are bent, your feet are tucked back behind your butt, and you're pushing your knees apart. Keep that bottom knee in that side plank position on the ground when you're doing those. 5 on each side. And when you're done with those, you have the banded bridge with the pulse. Again, bridge, you're gonna be hips up, keep your hips off the ground, and you're just pushing your knees apart with these, pulsing them apart. The legs are gonna burn. Nice work. Now we're still in that bridge again, banded bridge. Now you're gonna do the march. You're just lifting that leg off the ground, alternating legs. You're gonna do 20 of those total. Shouldn't take you too long. When you're done with those, you're gonna flip around and you're gonna be on your hands and knees, again, keeping that band around that knee area. It should be just above the knee, and then you're gonna do that fire hydrant. Remember, a fire hydrant is just like think about a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. You just keep your knee bent, and then you're gonna go out to the side. Now, with the band, you're not gonna be able to go very far. That's okay. Just go a couple of inches out to the side. You're gonna go 2 one way, 2 the other. These really burn after a while, so I gave you plenty of time to do these. Just keep going, 2 one way, 2 the other. 10 seconds, let's do it all the way to the end. Nice work, slip that band off. You got a glute blaster. Again, on all fours, on your hands and knees. And then you're gonna do a donkey kick. Keep that knee bent, and you're gonna kick that leg back behind you. The key with this one is keep your head in a neutral position, so don't be looking up, because otherwise you start hyperextending your back. That's no good. Keep your head looking forward on the ground in front of you. Keep that back nice and neutral. As soon as you feel that back kind of curling, doing like a reverse cat stretch, don't do that. Do 10 on each side, and then you're holding that camel pose. Again, that camel pose, if you haven't done yoga, you're on your knees, your hips are straight, you're leaning back, and then try to lean back onto your heels if you can. If you don't have that flexibility to do that, go ahead, just put your hands on your lower back or on your butt, and just kind of lean back as far as you can, opening that chest up, looking up at the ceiling. Doing that for another 3 seconds. Nice work. Leg presses on your back. These are just like this is basically a single leg hip lift. 1 foot on the floor, other leg straight up in the air, and you're gonna push your hips off the ground. So you're driving that foot into the ground, pushing your hip up, driving that foot up towards the ceiling like you're gonna touch your foot on the ceiling. You're gonna do 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. Do not forget to bring your butt down to the ground every time. I've seen too many people cheat these leg presses when they don't go all the way down to the ground. They kind of do like a quarter leg press. Don't do that. 10 on each side. And then you are standing up after those leg presses, doing single arm, single leg deadlift. No weight for these. You're just gonna reach across, touch the floor. Again, if your left foot's on the floor, you're gonna use your right hand, and then the opposite on the other side. Do 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Just keep alternating those. 5 seconds, keep going. Nice work. Single leg sit-ups, reach back, touch the floor. Sit up, touch your foot with both hands. You're gonna alternate sides. 10 total. Shouldn't take you too long to get 10 of those. When you get 10 single leg sit-ups, then you got a full sit-up. Arms straight, legs straight. So you lay flat on the ground, start with your hands out in front of your face, and you're gonna sit up. Your hands are gonna end up above your ceiling in that L-sit position. You have 10 of those. And again, for this round, we're not gonna do that plank. I'm just gonna have you put that band back on, so that way we're ready for the banded exercises as we go through the little mini circuit one more time. All right, you got that band up. You should be standing on. The band should be right above those knees. Air squats again, 15 of those. Get your butt down. Get your butt down below those knees. If you have a ball or a target to squat down, touch your butt on, go ahead and use that. 15 of those. When you get all 15 of those, you got those quarter squats and the side steps. Remember, it's just stepping twice the one way, twice the other way. You can do 6 of those. Shouldn't take you too long. I imagine it'd take you about 15 seconds or so. And when you're done with that, you have the banded quarter squat. And then you're gonna pulse your knees out. Keep pushing those knees out. You got this, 3 seconds. I know these start to burn, but that's okay. That's why we're doing this. Banded hip lifts on your back. Knees bent, feet on the floor, pushing those hips off the ground. Again, keep that band tight. You're pushing out against that band. 15 of those, you're engaging those glutes. This is a very glute heavy workout today, so your butt is gonna be sore tomorrow, so good job. Get those clamshells, 5 on each side again. Do that modified side plank position if you want to, or you're just laying on your side, and then you're pushing your knees apart, keeping your knees bent the whole time. Keep that bottom knee on the ground, 5 on each side. Then you got that banded bridge. Again, you're gonna pulse those knees apart. 10 seconds, keep going. All the way to the end. Nice work. Now you're in a banded bridge. 20 of those, you're gonna do that march. You got keep that bridge position, lift that knee off the ground, alternate sides. When you get 20 of those, you got those banded fire hydrants again on all fours, on your hands and knees. You're just gonna keep that knee bent. You're gonna go out to the side. That band is gonna wanna roll around a little bit. I know that it kind of sucks, but these are good exercise. Kind of endure through this, you'll be okay. 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Keep going. 10 seconds. Nice work. Get one more rep in. Good job. Glute blasters. Get rid of that band. On all fours again. Kicking that leg back. Doing that donkey kick. 10 on each side. Again, the key with these glute blasters, you don't want to overarch that back, so you shouldn't be looking up. Should be looking down, nice and neutral position for your lower back. Shouldn't be overextending your leg either. So just make sure that your lower back's staying flat for those. When you're done with those, you got that camel pose in that kneeling position. Your hips are extended, so your hips are straight, and you're leaning back on your heels. Opening up that chest, looking back at the ceiling or sky if you're doing this outside. Don't look at the sun. 5 seconds. Nice work on your back. Leg press, 1 foot on the ground, other foot straight, or leg straight out in the air. You're gonna push your hips off the ground, 10 on each side. Again, this is a very glute heavy workout today. Make sure you bring your butt down to the ground every single time. 10 on each side, should take you about 20 to 30 seconds. When you're done with those, you have their single arm, single leg deadlifts. Again, left foot on the ground, you're gonna reach across, touch the ground with your right hand, and then the same on the other side. So if your right foot's on the ground, touch the ground with your left hand. So you're thinking about it, you're touching your opposite foot on the ground. 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Keep going. 5 seconds, almost done. Nice work. Single leg sit-ups. Sit up, touch that foot with both hands. Reach back, touch the floor every single time. When you get 10 of those, you get 10 full sit-ups. Arms straight, legs straight again. Sit up straight up in the ceiling. You're gonna sit in that L sit position every single time. Try not to swing your arms forward. Keep it under control. Get 10 of those. When you're done with those 10 sit-ups, this time you're gonna be in that plank position for the rest of the time. Hold it there, you got 10 seconds. Nice work. Catch your breath, grab some water if you want. You're gonna need a Swiss ball for the next set. I will swap the boards up and come back in a second. All right, here is your next board. This is all using the Swiss ball. So you got a ball exchange. You got a crunch with your legs up on the ball, push-ups with your legs on the ball, doing a knee tuck, hamstring curls, hip lifts with the ball, torso twists, holding the ball with your feet, cherry pickers again, holding the ball with your feet, doing leg raises. You're gonna hold the ball behind your head off the ground, Russian twists with the ball, an ab rollout, and a high plank on the ball to follow it through. Again, we're gonna go through this board twice. These are 1-minute stations. You start in 10 seconds, laying on your back. Let's start with those ball exchanges. Again, every time you exchange the ball is 1 rep. So hand to feet is 1, feet to hand is 2. So let's do this, 20 reps, ball exchanges, exchanging that ball back and forth, laying flat every single time. It's like doing a V-up every time. So exchanging that ball, hand to feet, feet to hand, get your shoulders up every single time. 20 of those. For this set of exercises, I've set these up so that the first exercise is probably going to take 30-35 seconds. Second exercise will take obviously the rest of the time. If it takes you the entire time to do the first exercise, that's okay. Now you're gonna do that crunch with the legs up on the ball. Legs are gonna be up on the ball. The ball should be rolled back all the way to your butt. So you should be touching your butt. Reach back, touch the floor, sit up, touch the side of the ball when you're doing these. Nice work. Now you got push-ups. Legs are gonna be on the ball. Remember, the closer the ball is to your hips when you're doing these push-ups, the easier it is. So if you want these extra hard, go ahead and roll that ball all the way out to your feet. If you want it really hard, just do 1 foot push-ups. But we don't have to show off today. You can have that ball right around your knees, do 15 push-ups. This is a good way to build up your push-up skills because the ball will actually help you a little bit do push-ups. 15 of those, and then when you're done with those, you're gonna do a knee tuck for the rest of the time. Again, knee tuck is that same position as doing push-ups, hands on the floor, except for this time, you're gonna roll your knees into your chest and roll the ball back out. Just going back and forth, doing a knee tuck. 10 seconds, keep going. Nice work. Hamstring curls, laying on your back, heels up on the ball. Remember, keep your toes pointed back with these. Your starting position is your butt off the ground. Do not leave your butt on the ground for these. You're gonna keep your butt off the ground the whole time. So bridge up, start with your legs straight, roll that ball back towards you and roll it back. Keep your butt off the ground the entire time. You're gonna do 20 of those. Again, don't rush these. Make sure you're keeping those toes pointed back at you. If you start rolling your toe forward, it actually makes your calves do a little bit more of the work. It takes some of the slack out of the muscles on the back of your leg. I don't want that. I want to isolate those hamstrings. I want them to be super sore tomorrow. When you're done with those, you have hip lifts for the rest of the time. When you're doing a hip lift on the ball, the key is keep your feet flat on the top of the ball. Push your hips up, hips, bring them all the way down to the ground. Doing that for the rest of the time, all the way to the last beat. Do not stop early. Nice work. Torso twist. You're gonna hold the ball with your feet. Torso twist, your legs are up in the air, hands out to the side to stabilize, and you're twisting side to side. Keeping it under control. Do not flop to one side or flop to the other. Nice, smooth, controlled movements going side to side. You're gonna do 20 of those. Twenty of those will probably take the most of the time here, but when you do get done with those 20 reps, you're gonna do cherry pickers. Same thing, you're gonna hold the ball with your feet, keep your feet up in the air, and you're gonna reach back, touch the floor, reach across, touch your opposite foot. You're doing cherry pickers for the rest of the time. You have 15 seconds. Go all the way to the end. Keep picking those cherries. Nice work. Now you're gonna do some leg raises. You're gonna hold that ball with your hands. I want you to hold that ball off the ground by about 2 inches. And then you're gonna do a leg raise. Leg raise, you're gonna go legs up, legs down. Just like it sounds, leg raise. You got this, 20 of those. Holding that ball behind your head off the ground just by a couple of inches. 20 of those leg raises. When you get 20 leg raises, you have Russian twists with that ball for the rest of the time, just twisting side to side, touching the ball on the ground for the rest of the time. "20 seconds, keep going. "10 seconds, keep twisting. Almost there. Nice work. Now you got that ab rollout. Remember, you're kneeling on the mat and you're gonna roll that ball out in front of you, just like an ab roller, except for you're gonna use the ball. Start with your arms straight, your hips straight. You're gonna roll that ball out in front of you. 10 of those. Again, with these ab rollouts, you don't have to go very far forward, just enough to kind of stretch your abs out. And then pull it back in, keep your tummy tight the whole time. Really, your hips shouldn't be bending too much, just by a little bit. But make sure you start in that upright position every single time. Knees on the ground, hips straight. 10 of those. Then you're gonna do a high plank on the ball. High plank, again, is just hands out. So your hands are gonna be on the ball, feet on the ground, and you're just holding that there. I know, it's hard, but helps to grab the side of the ball, just stay there, and you really gotta tighten those muscles to stabilize that. Hold that for another 5 seconds. Nice. Back to the top, ball exchanges one more time, laying on your back, exchange that ball. 20 of those. When you get all 20 of those, you have a crunch with your legs up on the ball. Again, that ball's rolled back all the way to your butt. Reach back, touch the floor, reach up, touch the side of the ball. You should be getting your shoulders off the ground quite a bit each time. Doing that for another 20 seconds. "10 seconds. Get your last few reps in. Keep moving. 5 seconds. Go all the way to the end. Do not stop early. Nice work. Push-ups with your legs up on the ball. Challenge yourself this time. Roll that ball a little bit back further than you did the first time. Try doing it on one foot or one leg. See how it goes. 15 of those. Nobody's watching, so nobody can make fun of you if you fall off the ball. Don't worry about it. You could always pause the video, whatever, start over. 15 of those. The only way you're gonna get better is if you do more of these in practice. 30 seconds. When you get done with all those push-ups, you have knee tucks for the rest of the time. Pulling your knees into your chest, kicking your legs straight out. 15 seconds, keep going. Go all the way in to the end. Nice work. Hamstring curls, laying on your back. Heels on the ball, butt off the ground, rolling that ball back towards you again. Keep those toes pointed back. I know you get tired. You're gonna wanna start rolling those toes forward. Don't do that. Let's isolate those hamstrings. Get those hamstrings good. Everybody's been sitting on the couch too long. Those hamstrings start to shorten up. Then next thing you know, you have back pain and then you quit the gym and then it's just, it's all a bunch of problems. So let's isolate those hamstrings. 20 of those. When you're done with those 20 hamstring curls, hip lifts for the rest of the time. Feet flat on the ball, push your hips off the ground. Bring your butt down to the ground every single time. You got this. We're almost done. We only got about 3 minutes left. Then we'll finish here at the end, but don't worry about that part yet. 10 seconds, let's go. Nice work. Done with that side, now onto the other. Torso twists. Holding that ball with your feet, hands out to the side, twisting side to side. Keep it under control. Again, do not flop to the side. Go over to the side as far as you can without losing control, and then back to the other side. 20 of those total, alternate sides. When you got all 20 of those done, you have cherry pickers for the rest of the time. Feet up in the air. Reach back, touch the floor, reach up, touch your opposite foot, holding the ball the whole time. 20 seconds. Ten seconds, keep going. Nice work, leg raises, holding that ball behind your head. Again, that ball should be off the ground by a couple of inches. Legs up, legs down. Don't swing those legs up. Keep it under control, keep your tummy tight. It's almost like a hollow body position is really what this is. Holding that ball there off the ground, 20 of those. When you get all 20 of those, you have Russian twists for the rest of the time. Twenty seconds, keep going. 10 seconds, you're almost there. One more station after this one, a little finisher at the end. Let's go. All the way to the last beep. Nice work on your knees. Hips straight, standing up straight. Keep your hips straight the whole time. And you're rolling that ball out in front of you. Again, you do not have to go very far, just enough to kind of get that stretch in your abs. Keep that lower back safe, straight. You shouldn't be hyperextending your hips when you do these. You're gonna do 10 of those, and then you're in that high plank position. Once you get to that high plank position, remember, hands on the ball. The ball should be right underneath your chest. Both feet on the ground. The wider your feet are, the better it is to stabilize. If you want to show off here for the last 15 seconds, go ahead, lift that one leg off the ground. We'll lift one leg. You could do it. You're gonna wiggle all over the ground. Get that other leg now. Let's go. Hold that for another 5 seconds. Nice work. Hey, you did it. We did 4 rounds of the mini circuit. So, give me a second. I'm gonna swap the board out and I'll put a little finisher here on the end and we'll be done for the workout. So, hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, here is your finisher for this workout. You're going to do crunches on the ball this time. So, just laying on the ball, lower back should be on the ball, hands behind your head, and then doing a crunch. This is a pretty standard exercise. You got 30 of those. Hey, once you get all 30, good job today. Give me a thumbs up if you did this workout. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, do that. Let me know in the comments below on the Facebook post on how you did today. I think it's a pretty good workout today. A lot of glute stuff, a lot of core, using the Swiss ball, using the mini bands. Oh boy, good workout today. So let me know how it went in the comments below. Good job today. Until next time, see you later.